you're stuck in a hurricane, 'cause everything around you just keeps on turning. I can see you searching for an escape. The fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Don't worry, you got the future on your mind. No hurry, let's take it one day at a time. Feeling like you're stuck in a hurricane, 'cause everything around you just keeps on turning. I can see you searching for an escape. The fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Don't worry, you got the future on your mind. No hurry, let's take it one day at a time. Don't worry, you got the future on your mind. No hurry, let's take it one day at a time. Don't worry,
Bill Riles here from Monte Carlo, first round of the
Why
53rd
you didn't bring the same
Backgammon World Championship of Monte Carlo.
table for
Now
me?
we have, I don't know, I didn't get a final number, but around 210 players in the open division. So
Okay.
perhaps what,
Yes, cover.
roughly
Yes.
35,
I think
40
you have a
percent of them
camera.
got live.
It's okay. You don't
The
need
others
the.
have a
I trust, yeah, that it's on.
Yes, it's correct.
here
Huh?
on stream.
I imagine.
But she says it's on, so.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not yet on. But what appearing we have Ellie Royman from Israel, former world
All right.
champion.
Okay. Good match.
No
Good match.
contest from Ellie, American with Costa Rica, and she's generally widely regarded as one of the best players in the world. She's played in a number of years, has not played in 20 years perhaps. She's back onto it and performing extremely well. So this stream is
Galaxy is requesting that we use
we're
a
off and
clock
running.
app.
Ellie's playing
I
the
will
white,
show you how it works.
Wilcox playing the blue.
So, for example, if it's right here into this notch.
So
Is that okay with you? Okay. And second of all,
17-point
so
matches.
for example, to start play, do this here.
Could last a while. It's a great tool.
I had my daughter play for
Fun
me.
to build and develop. What we want with the
Okay, so anyway, to start play, just hit like this. So,
on stream one for Mochi,
right, and so I'll show you what happens
for
when
the
it goes down.
defending champion is playing Martin Frederick France. Great match in its own right.
Okay, that's where you can pause.
Here we go. We're off to a
Okay.
rather good communication on learning the move.
Okay, so then we have to wait until it counts down before we can reset it. I'll show you how to do that.
Push the bank.
No, but I mean because we need to reset it, so we have 34 and Okay, you know how to do the clock and give me a moment so I can switch.
He left. Hello. Talks the early advantage structural open style is shutting down. Combination of
It
rolling
is an airplane mode,
money
but it's still getting notifications. So no, I do.
here.
Yeah, but they see it on the
Check
street.
combination.
So
He decides to cash
hang on a second.
played on
Yeah, it's an airplane mode. Do you know how to?
the cash early here,
Let's see for
take the points
settings.
and move on.
Maybe is it a focus that you change?
Not
Do not disturb. Okay.
so we have it. Okay, 1-0 will come. 6-1. Strong opening by actually one by makes it aggressive.
Okay, don't start until I tell you.
Line.
Me too.
So the
And again, if it's possible,
Wilcox
can you
got
push
that
the
early
other
advantage
button
once
to
again,
switch?
both structurally and positionally. So he's going to contemplating maybe a few actions here. Soon he's going to make the so plays on set of sixes, very similar to the first game, in that he had a set of sixes. He had again a positional and structural advantage in the first game. Well, similar sequences here. So once again, as with the first game, Wilcox sends the cube. I think Kelly has no choice. He probably lets drop this. He has a forward anchor, 3-point, doesn't have much timing. But he does find a take here. Forward 3, a little bit of an awkward roll for Car. Let me move over this way just a little to get away from that TV. Okay. 6-4 for Kelly. He's just going to be interested in for 2. So this is going to be interesting. Again, he's going to clear that back point. So Ellie's still at work in the construction zone here. He's done quite well. 6s for Wilcox. So Ellie can't wait around too long, so he's going to go ahead and run with that checker off of the 20 point. Wilcox, does he take one off or does he play to the deuce to keep himself even on those back points? Ellie 3-1. Save a potential future gammon here. 6-2. Now, does Wilcox prepare to clear to 6, or does he take a checker off? There are some gammon potentials here, so there is some incentive to take the checker off. So he's going to play 2-2. So he protects against all the big bets. 2-1. He just takes 2 off here, I think. But he does 6-4. Five for Ellie, so he and the run. Set of 5. So Wilcox rolls an ace next roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. And determine it. He does leave the ace, so if Ellie can hit this, Wilcox has 8 off. Ellie misses, so now he's got to try to hit 3. Should be. Now, unless Wilcox were to roll 2 sets, he does not. Ellie is all but assured of beating him, and he does. Okay, so 3-0 Wilcox.
3-0.
Then again, these 17-point matches can be real riot deal for players, viewers at times, and commentators. 17-point match is dominant. 6-4 for Wilcox. 4-2 for Ellie. This forward anchor implies as he would 2-1 split too far. 3 makes. It's funny, both, and I've seen them each caution the other perhaps not to pick up the dice before I hit the clock roll. But better practice just to wait till the opponent hits the clock. But again, 5-6. He runs. 5-1, third time in a row. Gets that slotted 5. Cox is taking over Ellie's home court. This game will likely going to take a while to develop. Another one goes back. 3-2 is hit. 5-4. He's debating what he wants to do. I always thought he might. Well, he's going to come on out. I thought he might play the 4 in and the 5 down, but maybe he doesn't want to strip the midpoint just yet. So he's just going to come out. 62. Cox has got to get somebody to keep checkers in play. 2-6, so he has to come down. 8-2. Ellie's got awkward numbers. Double sixes, that's one of them. I suspect he might make the move. That's his first reaction. He's not certain. He's going to consider bringing the 2 down. He goes back to his first reaction. Deliberately, they're very thorough to evaluate the various permutations that are available to them with any given roll. So 5-1. Step up, he could fly for 5. Instead, that's a success of slotting. Steps up. 6-ace. Comes forward. Okay, little choice. Takes his break up. Advances. He's in a pretty good defensive position now. 5-6 is a bit awkward. He's going to have to play to the 8 if he buries that checker, but he's in a good defensive position. 3-6. That he might hit. Now this is a really awkward number for Ellie. Very awkward. What's he do? Play the 2 and then go 2-1. I don't think he wants to. Otherwise, he does. Otherwise, split. But really, really awkward number. But 5-4, which hits.
Yeah.
Ellie having to show, and it is a very long match. So accept your fate on some of these early games. Exercise the necessary discipline and don't give away a lot of points early. So 4-0 Wilcox. To Ellie. Now you need plays to the 4-6. These are our anti-glare dice. Generally quite effective, although I noticed the roll before last year was a little bit of glare, but we, for the most part, eliminated that as a problem with streaming matches. 4-1, make 5. But he doesn't have much ammunition. Or, of course, from here, see, can he come down to a 9? Could make the 5, but that exposes a block. Two. Play 2 down. That's interesting. The game I enjoy. Both play, obviously, a relatively well-paced game. They're both extremely experienced players. They're picking positions they're familiar with from their experience. Um, so we're not seeing extremely deliberate plays. We do see on occasion. It's both. Now this is going to be interesting. If this score with those two in the performance, and he does in a sense, but he doesn't have an anchor. So play on had Wilcox advanced, even with one, Ellie Romy might have contemplated getting more likely by the roll. Needed the forward anchor. He didn't necessarily have to but in the absence of 5, that's what he had to do. So there's aces. That's 1. He's probably going to make the par 3. Now does he just steps up to try to clear that guy and leave himself potential on his next stroke? And he will have that potential. That position survives the Snelling play. So now Ellie says, okay, we'll give you the opportunity to exercise some discipline and turn down a cube, and he does. So Ellie's on the scoreboard, and we have a 4-1 match. Wilcox, 200 open. 5-4 is going to hit. 7 hit. That's 5. You can go around to the 10.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Little complicated. 51. Now what's the count? Got 42, 54, 61 for white. 46, 40, 43, 54 for blue. 53. So it's 53, 60. What did I say? 54. trailing 6-1, you can give a bit of a pressure cube to Wilcox there and say, okay, you're going to have to pay to see good fortune come your way by my bad rolls. And
Six.
Wilcox said, no, thank you. The price is too high. So 6-2, Wilcox wins. Need you can see behind me in the camera, quite a full room. First round, first day of the World Championship. Absolutely everyone in the tournament is playing. Do commentary here, and Nick, who is not playing in the tournament, but doing commentary on Stream 1 for the duration of the week. The only two people available to do any commentary at this point. So we'll handle it. Okay, so sixes on the 1-point board, and then rolls a set of fives to bring them both in. That's kind of the story of what's he do with the fives. A little bit of indecision as to what he wants to accomplish. Slot the 3. Move forward with those. Ace 3. Fours for Wilcox. The obvious 2. 3. Play another to the 9. Leave dupe 6s. On to the 13. 14. Sorry. Okay, so that collects a few checkers. Not totally obvious how you might play this. Totally obvious to me. Probably doesn't necessarily want to give up the midpoint, so he's just going to raise it. Okay. That's what's good about fast-paced players such as these guys are. When they do get into a difficult position, they have a lot of time to burn if they wish to do so. So they've been judicious at this point. Like something approaching a minute on that. So still has immense amounts of time. 4-6 for Wilcox. Rally, that's the obvious. Yeah, which 6? So sixes in reply. So now what's he do with that? Could go on to the ace. Put 2 in the air and have 3 builders shooting at this other blot out here. I think that's A lot of advantages in Wilcox's favor here. Go ahead and try to take advantage of it. He does, which puts that score. A lot of pressure on Ellie, but Ellie is going to take it. 4-1. That's going to be a hit. Once again, rolled fives and now fours. Bring two in from the bar. It's very similar to a game that for Ellie that Wilcox played 2 or 3 games ago with that 4 and 5 point anchor. Wilcox got some threw up and 12 stacks, some 68. Ellie's going to keep building the board in order. 4-1. Stack yet another. Yes. 5-1. Go to the ace, I guess. Ellie still wants just to tread water here.
I'm just leaving it. I mean, we both know, but
It's 5-1.
for the camera, I know.
Four. 5, he can. Interesting choice. Right, because he got stacks to follow through. One here. had to do it. He's gonna first find Wilcox's home board. Two in the air. Perspective of put him there. Bring the guy on a back. Nicely developed board. Wouldn't necessarily like to get another checker hit, but it's not that important to make. Hit the block. You can see how these guys play as they should to give their opponent more bad rolls, fewer good rolls. Make them sometimes force them to do things that they don't want to do necessarily. Five, which is a nice number, but what do we do with them? Come all the way to the 5 point. It's 20 point. Get a chance out of Wilcox at some point. Wilcox is not obliging. Come around. He's loose yet. With making that, getting that does get it. Using fours to cover. That's a nice shake for Wilcox. Six for Ellie. Well break run by the back guy, or played it with four. Six one. Great, 13 or 15. Break 13. Well, maybe not. That one leaves 2 blacks. The other leaves a single. Okay.
Wanna play Liga on the
Is he gonna step up?
Liga. Liga men också genom att if he make found a mistake, he can tell.
Yeah. Is that what you say?
No, that's no mistake. Not yet. No.
Okay.
It's not right. So we can agree.
Yeah. So we have to say,
2-1 or a 5 would be nice. But
I guess you didn't hit yours before. Just stop it. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. You have 5-3?
Yes, but the time is running. What do you want? It's
No, no, it's fine. You have 5-3.
Oh, okay, it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's good. It's fine. We're good.
used there, I thought Wilcox rolled something like three.
But if time is running
No, I understand. It's a problem.
it's not legal.
Oh my.
I'm tired.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
probably. A little late. There's no downside to playing on it. So 10-3, stop the bleeding. Tara. Bit of momentum shift. He does. Now, okay.
Time.
Well, he aggressively sent that early cube, and Wilcox judiciously declined it.
We can get some water.
Or
Yeah, that's good.
looks like they're going to step away from it. So, nice match to date. Take a little refreshment into the break. I'm going to step away and check the other score out. Since that totally closed that tie. Martin Kahn couldn't hear any of the commentator. But neither Cara or Aviv was able to close the door for me. So it's just looking about the room here, almost everyone is seated and playing. There's very little, very few people milling about, very few people standing around watching matches. Kind of an interesting dynamic through the week to see how that goes as matches of varying lengths and speeds. Free people up on occasions as aggressive rounds. Fewer people remain lot of time for sleep, showers, little something to eat, and back on duty. But we enjoy it. Okay, 4-2. So Wilcox could make the 4-point. He could step up and take the 5-point anchor, but I don't think he wants to do so with Ellie as far advanced as he is. 4. Now, does he go to the 6? Yes. He could come to the 8. He goes to the 8. Makes the 5 points. So now Ellie's got a pretty good position with a lot of building potential. He's probably going to make the bar point here, I would think. Just give Wilcox the ace. That's in the absence of anything else to do with the 6-2. You know, if he gets away without getting hit here, he's in a very favorable position in this game. So he does opt for that play. Wilcox does miss it. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Ellie send the cube here at this 11-4 disadvantage. He's perfectly willing to take the points and play for more if Wilcox wanted to take a chance on this position. I think we're looking at a double drop here. So Wilcox is evaluating all his options. You know, it's kind of interesting on the last game. There's different structures and different people, different positions. That you know, Ellie knew that there was a cube coming and made a very aggressive play accordingly. Okay, Tara tells me I need to change mics here. The other one probably won't be as sensitive to the commentary behind me, so pardon me a second. Wait, or turn it off. You can't turn it off. Okay, so I've changed to this tripod mounted mic, so let's see what happens here now. While I was doing that, Ellie did get a cube in that Wilcox took, so Ellie has a chance perhaps to get back in the match here. This is going to be kind of an interesting play. Where's the 4-3 though? 5-2. I'm not confident here. I think that has to be the play, I guess. Yeah. So anyway, we'll you know, it's kind of broken. That play made it kind of the take, or that roll, not the play necessarily, but that roll made Wilcox's take probably a good one. Six two, so it's all but forced. Wilcox is obviously
ready and prepared and willing to accept a shot. Ellie under the gun to perform with a good roll here, and a good roll he gets. Perhaps the best. So Wilcox replies with a set of fours. And again, as many of us players know, and many of you viewers know, but there's some newcomers to the game and less experienced players. We, within that exchange, saw the real ebb and flow of backgammon. Wilcox has the large lead. Was willing to take Ellie's 2 cube for the potential, which manifested that he might get a late shot with a great board and capture the game. Ellie trailing, wanted to be a bit more aggressive, and Ellie got in a position which was rather awkward, but then rolled a set of fours to escape. So Ellie's going to collect 2. It could have very easily given another roll. Swung the other way, and rather than being 11-6 as it's going to be, it would have been 13-4. And the probabilities and the match equities associated with those types of score-based decisions are the beauty of the game, and that's what is so challenging. And there's just so many subtleties and what have you with the game. Now, Wilcox is trying to make this interesting with a couple of sets here. Ellie's just accommodating him. Wilcox, a couple of sets could do some wonders here. Well, that ends it. Okay, 11-6 Wilcox. I know this will be aired on a delay, so it'll probably be after the fact, but we do have a second round match at 10 p.m. tonight.
Yeah, pause for a moment.
Pause for a moment. We're going to switch out mics.
Yeah. This will use it there. Excellent.
Okay, she's given me now what she has referred to as a high quality mic, and I said, you had me talking on a less than high quality mic to start with. So anyway, where are we? 11-6. I was going to say that this will be after the fact for many of y'all. Look at this early cube by Ellie's gonna. Well, he lets it go. I thought he might snatch that up, but 10 p.m. tonight, second round matches. So we'll have some good ones, I'm certain. But we'll try to keep everyone advised of the upcoming matches and the upcoming schedule. Even we can publish the schedule before we know the actual participants. So we'll try to keep everyone abreast of that. So 12-6 to Wilcox, or as some prefer, 5 away, 11 away. Martin. All the doors look the same on this wall, and a couple of them lead into service and storage areas. Martin Kahn was just heading into the service area. Okay, nice roll by Wilcox. Aces comes in, takes 5 point, giving a 4 prime. 1 ace to go. And this is one you see all the time, and I'm never terribly certain of what I'm going to do. You know, you can play to the 23, but that brings it under direct fire of the 8 point. You could play 6-5, which does not. So I often tend to make this play. Truthfully, I've not gone to XG and studied it a little bit to see what is the most appropriate play. Set of threes, that will work. Make the bar and the 5. 2 best points you want from that original position. 4-5. So Wilcox brings 2 down. So both have good positions here. Wilcox has 1 checker escaped. Slots to 2. Doesn't want to give up the midpoint. 2-4. So he's going to do that into the 6. Now, Ellie needs a 2-4 would be his ideal roll. He wants to make the anchor end, cover the slot. Close, 2-5. I guess he'll slot on the 8. Plays with 3 blots, but nothing else was terribly attractive in any event. Okay, so brings those 2 down. 5-1. Make the ace point. He can make the deuce point, giving Wilcox only 3s to escape. He's going to play it the other way, and, well, he's not. He's debating it. Does he put him in the air and give him the 55% entering numbers, or does he leave only 3s, which is 33%, or 30%, actually? He's going to put him in the air and hope he rolls one of that 45%. And then hope he himself either makes points or rolls a 6 to escape. He would take either right now, a point or a 6, and gets neither, but he does make the 8 point. There's a 2. So again, this is good, but Ellie has some timing problems. Now you just make the 4 point, I think. Give not much else to do. Give him a 6. Play it safely, such as this. Looking at all of his various options. And again, as we've seen here, these both of these guys play a well-paced game, and
Let's see. Okay, that's the
It's not.
it began here.
This is the beginning.
Okay.
It's okay.
yes, that is correct. So they both play a well-paced game, have a lot of time left, so they can, get into difficult positions such as this, and they have plenty of time to think about it. I'm going to jump over here and close this door real quick. Try to be particularly conscious of the potential of players to hear some of the commentary. Mochi and Martin Connor on break, but even the noise that might come into that room when they normally are not hearing any noise could be disruptive to Ellie and Wilcox as well. Okay, Wilcox is going to try to prepare to escape. Ace 2, nice roll by Ellie. Now if he can, Wilcox can dance and Ellie can roll a 6. He'd like to send that cube, but he just can't do it. Ellie needs a 6 in the worst way. If he got 1 6, he could send it. There, he got the 1 out. Now, if Wilcox dances again, then we're going to see Ellie cash this, I think. And he does. So that game kind of... What's funny is all of us, as we play and have more experiences, you can just see the flavor and development and likely scenarios and consequences of various sequences, and that one played out exactly as we might have expected. Okay, so 12-7 as Ellie struggles, keeps fighting to try to get back into this match. A set of 5s is a very nice roll. Comes in, makes the point, brings down another builder, and now he's got, well, a nice roll by Wilcox, which takes away the potential that Ellie had of maybe doubling from there. Okay, so now okay, Ellie kind of buttons it up a little bit. 4-2, not Wilcox's best. Guess he'll probably slot the 9 rather than stack, although he could slot on the 2. But I think this is the most constructive potential. Has to leave a shot either way. Runs to the 11. 6-2, that's the bar point. Set of boxes. Oh, so 1, 2, now 2 more. Which are those? He keeps the mid. Well, maybe, maybe not, he says. Let's think about this. What if I make the ace? Give him a 3 shot. Okay. Wilcox. He rolls a 3, but it's not the correct 3. He needed a natural 3. Okay, Ellie. 4-1. Gonna make the point and slot the deuce, I guess. I don't know that made much difference. I may be wrong, but think I would have played the other way. Three, two. Now, what do we do with that? Plays him two down. Okay, 4-3. You just make the 2-point perhaps, which is better, I think, than burying one on the ace after making the 3. So I think this is correct. Okay, Wilcox contemplated sending a cube. Set of 4s. Okay, so now, yes, here it comes. Ellie, what do we got? Takes this one. Okay.
So you
6-5 gets them both out. Nice shake. Very, very nice shake. Ace, deuce. You want to... I think that's right, probably. It keeps the 2 back checkers split, but it also allows you to maintain a 6 shot away from, if Ellie were to roll a 1-6 and run, you want a maximum number of returns at the blot. But Wilcox decides to play it the other way. I'm sure it's not a huge difference. Okay, 1-5 now. Wilcox has to be careful. He's way behind in the race. He has to be careful not to give Ellie the potential to escape. So he's going to take the checker, hit it loose, take it off the front edge of the 5'. Just bank on Ellie not rolling a 3-6. 3 otherwise. Just takes a builder away from Ellie and his homeboard. Ellie is, Ellie Wilcox is really pondering this set of 3s for some time. He hit loose on the 3. Now it's a question of most optimally placing the checkers to try to make the point and/or bear in on subsequent rolls. So as all of you can see, and many maybe appreciate more than others, how significant the most insignificant rolls can be at times. And the elite players, such as these guys, know this, recognize this, examine this, and that's true to varying degrees, but to a large degree with every roll. So, backgammon is a game of fine margins. Now you can see he has a 6 prime, and he's able to slide on the front of it, which has no downside potential, and he hopes, and he'll do that again if he has a chance. But he's in effect fishing for a second checker. He hopes the rolls are such that Ellie will ultimately have to leave a blot, and that he can take advantage of that. Now, Ellie, not wanting to be in a position of being forced to leave a blot, he cleared the 6 to put multiple builders on the other points. So, it's a strategic game, offensively, defensively. Ellie's trying to make sure he doesn't leave a shot. Wilcox is trying to provide every opportunity for Ellie to leave a shot. So, that's the beauty of the game. So many subtleties, so many intricacies. And it's a 5,000-year-old game, and that's why it's just the dynamics of the game are just so amazing and so perfect that you have, the 15 checkers and 6 pips in each of the 4 quadrants and 2 die. It's just, it's kind of like baseball and the perfect 90-foot dimensions to the bases, where there's so very, very many razor close plays at first base. We're at 80 feet or 100 feet. Maybe that wouldn't be the case, but 90 feet seems to be perfect. And the same with the structural layout of a backgammon board and the play. And learning to recognize those things and take advantage of them, and force your opponent to do things they don't want to do, and what have you. I mean, that's the beauty of the game, and that's what ultimately separates the very elite players from the perhaps only merely great players, and all levels thereunder. So Wilcox is pretty much milked this for as far as he can go, but of course with Ellie in possession of the cube, there's nothing Wilcox can do but keep playing. And now here he needs to let Ellie play an ace. Well, there's 2 aces, so that ends that story. He was going to let him play an ace before he hit and had him enter with an ace. So now you just play it on. 6-5. 6-2. There he clears it. Now he has to be careful. Now you see how he plays double sixes play. Perfect spares, as we call them. The spare on the 4, 5, and 6. Perfect spares. The most efficient position to bear off from. 6-2. We see Wilcox on several occasions. He makes little shifting movements of checkers to accomplish certain moves, rather than move the checker the specific number, and that's can be confusing to the beginner and inexperienced player sometimes, but to the veteran, it's just natural. Okay, so he gets a shake, 5 numbers for the gammon. Does not get it. So 14-7, Wilcox. Okay, guys, don't forget to change the scoreboard. Let me remind.
Oh, 14, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, it's perfect.
Went in and asked them to change the scoreboard. Want to keep it as accurate as possible for the viewers so that there's no confusion. And also, if the players only glance at the scoreboard, we want to make sure that there's no confusion on their behalf. Okay, so Ellie's just not having a whole lot of good fortune with the dice, so he's I think, now at what, 14-7, he's going to seize every aggressive opportunity that he's afforded to try to get back into this match. Okay. Got to hit this guy, and then it's the 6. You come out, you play, well, now he could make the 4, but that's a lot of blots. I think you got to hit it and then figure out where the 6 is. He could hit, there. He could hit a 2nd, which has some attractiveness to this. This is very, it's great if you get away with it. Probably the best in that regard. Set of 4s, and he does in that regard. Now Wilcox is going to hit there, and he's got a 4 to play. So it's like I was saying, the perfect dynamics so often with a set of doublets. You'd be great if you only had to play 3, or if you had 5 to play, but 4 is at times awkward, and it's just another of those beauties of backgammon. 5-4, that hits, and the option to hit, but he'll take the forward, keep the forward anchor and hit. Otherwise, there's a nice 5. So looks like we may be settling into a long game here. Ellie's getting several checkers recirculated. Okay. Make a run. That's good. Ellie wants to buy a little time with just playing with that one checker up there and kind of moving it around, maybe getting it recirculated, and in the same vein, continue to build this board. So it's kind of a timing game, a game of a timing game right now. 2-6, kind of one of his more awkward numbers. But again, at this point, he doesn't mind if this checker on the 8-point gets hit, and he can kind of reconfigure and begin his charge anew. But he doesn't want to go too far forward. He would really, at this point, prefer to get hit with that, get that blot hit. Okay, so Wilcox, I think, is going to make the 3-point. He could get hit, but Ellie has to give up the forward anchor to hit him. Threes. That's awkward. Yeah. All right. What's that other match score? What's Mochi's score? Okay, 7-4 Mochi on the other match. So you can see, I mean, we're at 14-7 after almost approaching 2 hours. Mochi and Martin Kahn 7-4. So they are both much more deliberate players than perhaps Wilcox and Ellie. They're all of an elite class, but and sometimes that's the the roles in the development of various games dictate pace at times. So some of their games may have been more difficult than some of these games, but these guys are, and I don't know how many games this is. There's been some 2 points, but they've 21 points on the board, and the other match is only 11 points on the board in the same length of time. So, but these rounds in the World Championship are very well spaced. So the winners here won't play until 10 o'clock tonight. So even if Mochi and Martin Kahn match goes 4 or 5 hours, they'll still have an adequate break between the rounds. Okay, so here we are again. The set of fives allowed Wilcox to bring everything on around, and Ellie's just holding on here, down 14-7, and staring another point loss in the face, and if he's were to be unlucky, staring a 2-point loss in the face. Now Wilcox is contemplating. I mean, there's a few bad rolls in the cup, so he may want to cash this, or just kind of offer Ellie. You can take your chances here, but you're going to have to pay a price to have the opportunity. So, and again, so many things like this. I mean, you want to. You hear the term quite often, market losers. You want to double if you have the market losers, and that's a hugely valid and real concept. But by the same token, I kind of look at it times that, it's the price of the cube. And, if Ellie, Ellie needs to get lucky and play, aggressively, playing for crooked numbers and things of that nature. But, if Wilcox can get in a commanding enough position on a given game, then make Ellie pay for the privilege to extend that game and hope to get fortunate. 15-7 Wilcox. And I don't have the sheet. I know they are, and this being a bit of a gambling mecca, has Monte Carlo is. There was some group was making book on the players, and Wilcox is one of the favorites. Now, again, we have 210 players, so you know, all things equal in the world, there'd be a 1 in 210 chance to win. I think Wilcox was at 50 to 1. Was what the original line was. Mochi was 20 to 1. I didn't look at it. There's few at 30 and 40 to 1. Sanders and Zdenek and things of that nature. The most perhaps unknown and or inexperienced players, they had some of them at 500 to 1. So, bet your $100 and pick up 50,000. Hey, the Kentucky Derby this year was some incredible odds like that. So, lightning does strike, but over the course of a long tournament with long match scores, the potential of inexperienced player winning is, extremely unlikely. I mean, you may get, you can get lucky once, but are you going to get lucky 8 times in a row? So that's what, the long match lengths, the large field, the many rounds, that's what you want to determine a true champion. And those factors enable us as best we can to do so. Okay, it's 15-8 Wilcox. You saw in the earlier game, Ellie had some decent early potential. Sent the cube, just trying to, see if he could entice Wilcox into taking it. And maybe, again, as I use the term, Ellie might have the chance to play for some crooked numbers. And Wilcox, recognizing the volatility and the danger of the position, just said, okay, take a point. I don't want to risk giving you 4. So, obviously with a 15-8 lead, only needing 2 points, and Ellie needing 9, Wilcox is perfectly comfortable in trading points, as it were. Okay, so Ellie, a lot of potential here, so he sends it again. Wilcox says, I have to take this one. You only go so far with conceding points. You can't play. You can't play not to lose. You have to play to win. It's like not so applicable at this score, in this setting, in this. But I'll oftentimes use the phrase, you can't be afraid to lose, and you can't be afraid to win. So it cuts both ways. Now here, of course, we have what's called a dead cube, in that Wilcox has the cube. He's 2 points away. He only needs 2 points. So there's that cube he will never use it from this point. It's a dead cube. It's sitting right there for the remainder of this particular game.
least elegant. Elegant.
This is kind of a Ellie needs a 4 or 5, or he's in severe danger. If he rolls a 4 or 5, he's in a very good position. He does roll a hitting 4-2. So now, again, extremely volatile position. 3-6. He's just going to have to come out. The only other 6 is from the 10, so that adds another blot to the equation. And in this gammonish position, well, it adds 2 more blots to the equation. I don't think he wants to play with 3 blots personally, but I'm not Wilcox Snelling, and he says I will play with 3 blots. So Ellie's got to stand up, stretch his back, take a drink of water, and look to the dice guides here. This could be all or nothing. Could be the match, effectively. And he misses. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now Ellie's got 2 to shoot at, so he's 55-45. 5-4 odds to hit a checker, and he needs to hit a checker dearly. Doesn't. This match could be over shortly. 6-3 makes one of them and comes out, so now he's reduced to only a 4. 11 out of 36. And that only buys him a short period of time, but double 4s buys him a lot of time. Wow, what a joker, and then make the mid. Wow, that's huge, and that's going to cost Wilcox 4 points. Very likely. He was, a strong favorite to win this game in the match, and then out comes the joker, and now very possibly Ellie's going to win 4. So just that's how quickly it can change. How quickly it can change. Wow, that was amazing. And that's a 6-point swing, right? In a 17-point match, a 6-point swing. Because where Wilcox was going to win 2, now he loses 4, very possibly. So a 6-point swing in a 17-point match is a lot. Okay, Wilcox is 3-6, so he's going to play to the 7. He could play to the 4. He's going to go to the 7. So again, wow, what a turnaround. Like backgammon, just when you think you're ready to finalize the scoreboard and cash your check, things change quickly. Don't count, as a fact applicable to many other things in life, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Not that I'm saying that Wilcox was, but he knows the game well enough and has played long enough that those things happen. And as you can see, his demeanor and his facial expressions and whatever never change. The joker of all jokers in this particular game, and he didn't blink. Ellie is and can be a much more emotional player, and 6-1. There's a 2. So Wilcox was able to get both of those checkers in and make a point. against a 5-point board, so that will mitigate the potential for gammon damage here a bit. Okay, so not exactly what Wilcox wanted to have happen. He had to, in effect, was forced to leave that anchor, and sure enough, he gets hit. But the gammons are not very likely, but they exist. Yeah, but I wouldn't go in there just now. I wouldn't. Yeah. Excuse me, one moment. Okay, so it was only a 2-point game. I apologize. Had somebody needed a ZMF clock set. I didn't know how to do it, and he was fixing to go barging into the streaming room too. And I was afraid he would seriously interrupt the players, so I got Tara to step outside and fix this clock setting, which she's got to do real quickly. She's got to I don't know all the ins and outs of it. She's a guru with all this internet and streaming stuff, particularly the technical side of it with YouTube and others. But you have to reset the internet settings on YouTube occasionally, after, and I don't know, it varies in different circumstances and with different channels and so forth. But after 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, whatever, you have to reset or refresh the connection somewhat, or it will expire. And we usually on our channels, and on generally, because we stream a lot on Galaxy channels from Texas, Chicago, Las Vegas. Normally we can run like 12 hours on our YouTube channel streams, but for whatever reason, and I'll have to get her to tell me why, but here it's a much shorter time period, so she's having to reset them or refresh them more frequently and has to stay on top of it so a stream doesn't expire and stop on us. Viewers wouldn't like that. So anyway, 15-10 Wilcox. And as we can see, it's kind of interesting as we've gotten a little deeper into the match, and where each point, particularly with Wilcox at 2 away, is more and more significant. Then he's playing much more deliberatively than he did early on. He's down to 13 minutes where Ellie's at 20. So, down as low as, I don't remember the times, but maybe 23, 24 minutes, 25 minutes, they were effectively at the same time. But since then, Ellie's maintained a relatively brisk playing pace, and Wilcox has slowed down considerably. But there's that much to, it's the World Championship. A lot at stake. A lot more than just some substantial monies, but it's a lot more than the money. It's the tremendous honor, prestige, legacy. Okay, Ellie he's going to have to attack here. Hope he gets lucky where he can attack here. And there's a double four. Going to make the 5 point, I think. And he doesn't have much choice. Well, he can do that. But, man, he really, really wants to attack that checker. That checker escapes. The timing and the structure is such that it's going to be hard to not lose this game. Okay, he can do that, keeping his midpoint, make that point. I think this is where I would tend to play. But and Ellie opts for it. Couple of little spots on this board and with this sliding where our magic dice are picking up a little bit of glare, but we've eliminated. I don't know. Pick a random number. 99% of it. 1, 2, 3. What a shake. Okay, so now this will be interesting. I mean, Wilcox still has a great, strong position. If he dances, though, Ellie may just seize upon the volatility. Well, that goes away. But now Wilcox does have 3 blots out there. Ellie knows it. Knows if he hits it, he could really capitalize upon it. If he performs very poorly, perhaps such as dancing, he's probably going to lose the gammon anyway. So he's balancing the risk and the reward of his various options. And even despite this, rather unfortunate looking position that he finds himself in, he's very seriously contemplating, playing for 2, playing for the match for Wilcox, but giving himself the potential to gain 4. Wilcox has 3 blots out there, and there's a lot of hitting numbers. He comes in with a 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's what? Only 33 numbers to come in, and then there's a number of hitting numbers from that. But he rolls on 2, 6. It was not a number that he needed. So now if Wilcox can make that bar point, which he does not, he can't get the back guy out either. So I think he's going to go 8 and 4, but I don't know. Now Ellie's going to send it right here. If Wilcox makes that move, Ellie's sending the cube. And Wilcox knows it, so he has to enter that factor into his considerations. But if he makes this play, okay, now that's the play that I first saw, and that one Ellie probably won't double. But had he played the other one and left the blot on a 9, I think Ellie would have doubled. 4, 5, he can make the 2 point. He can hit that. Can do that. Yeah, either way, he was absent. A 6 for Wilcox was extremely good either way. So I think this was the most constructive option for Ellie. If Wilcox didn't roll a 6, this is probably the better position, consequent position for Ellie to be in. Now I send it. Absolutely. Wilcox has a lot of breaking potential on the next roll. Ellie rolls on. 5, 2 makes the bar. So now if Wilcox were rolled something with a 6 on it, he'd be breaking. He doesn't have to break, so it's kind of a forced move here. Now I think it's a roll late, but certainly he's got to send it here. Wilcox got to drop this like a hot rock, I think. So much Bill knows. But let's see. Did you see that? Wilcox just took a cube that Bill said he was going to drop like a hot rock. So we'll see. Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of interesting. Seeing as we can see, what time is it? 4:18. We're maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes into this match. And okay, so he's just got to more or less bank on Wilcox not rolling an ace here. And plus, even if he does roll an ace, there's some, well, he can play almost anything. Ace deuce would hurt. You know, and of course, ace six is killer the other way. Let's see what happens. I think that's correct play. Threes. So now Ellie got to get something in the back moving. Doesn't do it, but he can make the ace point. Now, cracking numbers. Doesn't really have them with a 2. Ellie needs to get one of those back checkers on the move. There they go. Boom. Get them both out. So 2-3. The Wilcox. Now Ellie is attack mode. He'd like to hit and get hit back almost. But he's in attack mode. Gotta hit it. Got to hit it. Oh, I don't know. I want to G. You lose to 6s. Not me. Channel my inner Neil Kazaros musings and comments. Not me. Neil may actually be in Ellie's camp with this play, but for Bill's entry money, I'm hitting that checker. But again, as I said earlier, as you can see, these guys both have tremendous amounts of time left, and gives them time to consider all the options. Okay, he gets away with it. Now he has no option. See, and now if he hits and gets hit in return, it's not, it's just not as attractive. I don't know. Wilcox gets out, and he does not. Had he gotten out, say with a 5, then he had a fair amount of racing equity. Pardon me. Damn. He just can't point on it. I guess I'd make this play now, but earlier, while there was still at least another point opening in Wilcox's home board and blots available, I would have hit it for sure. I mean, you doubled him at this score to hopefully gammon him. I'm going to play to gammon him. Okay. Boom, Ellie just cannot buy a roll that he needs. Again, Wilcox has got some decent racing equity here. Boom, he's gone. I think he's gonna run. This is a race. Okay. Ellie's a decided favorite, but Wilcox has some potential. Give him a big set, and it's close. 4-3. 4-1. Dice gods aren't cooperating. Although Ellie thinks they're doing just fine. 6-2. 3-1. Ellie's, rolling kind of mediocre, but Wilcox is doing no better. So looks like we're going to another game. Four. 6-3. Unlikely. Okay, 15-12. Wilcox. 2 away, 5 away. So Ellie has managed to hang in there. Made the match much closer. He trailed 14-7. So he's up 5-1 since then. So 5 away. 3-1, set of sixes. Boom. So look for the cube. Look for the cube. Now, Wilcox would probably take this. Ellie being 5 away, if he doubles and Wilcox drops it, then Ellie's 4 away. So it's kind of almost a free take in certain regards. So again, Wilcox playing this game for the match. Just make some considerations of this match score, and you can see that it doesn't. If Ellie is 3 away or 4 away, is effectively the same. He's got to win 2 games. If so, Wilcox could take that cube as long as he doesn't get gammoned, and getting gammoned wouldn't cost him the match. But as long as he doesn't get gammoned, it's a little difference whether he's 3 away or 4 away after this exchange. Now this is going south in a hurry from Wilcox's perspective, Ellie's just going to keep pounding if he can. Now here's the 6 blot option. So, but again, I'd do the same. He's going full bore gammon right here. 5 or 6 makes the deuce point. His option. I got to come off that 21 point. You want to take the double super joker away from him. Or he doesn't have, that's 5s instead of 4s. You want to make sure double 5s is not productive for Wilcox here. Ellie knows that. Ellie played for that. Okay. 5-3. I don't know. I think I would just flood the outfield for builders. Not that one. That one. Still just being aware of the double 5s. See, I would have played it the other way where I would have had 3 builders in my outfield now. So let's see what happens. Ellie will hit it if possible. There's the deuce. Got to come down. He's going to pick it up. No, I don't. I come down. Yeah. I'm playing this for the G all the way from the get-go, which is what he's been doing. Don't give up the ship now. He gets hit. Ace deuce. Wow, I'm coming in on the 23 and moving 1 forward. I'll give him a double 5. Ooh, excuse me. We're 2.5 hours into this marathon, so 4-1. That doesn't do it, but yeah, maybe that. Play with fewer blots. You can't really do anything else to increase the number of covers, so decrease the number of blots. Okay. Ellie's still in attack mode, given the opportunity. There it is. Split the back ones. He's going to lift. He considered that last time and didn't. I'm playing this way as well. Okay, so that more than likely, greatly more than likely, going to cover this. Okay, so now just got to get Wilbur out of the back doors out there. Boy, look at this. Ugh. Don't we love backgammon? Can't move the back guy and has to break it. Wilcox rolls boxes. About his absent. You can see the aggravation and frustration on Ellie's face. It played out exactly as he wanted it. Exactly as he wanted it. And then this terrible sequence. Terrible sequence. And wow, that's hard to take. But, you know, you got to be good and you got to be lucky. And Wilcox is both right here. Great player. Got a couple of advantageous rolls in this final game, and very likely is going to win the match right here. Again, I know this is going to be broadcast after the fact tonight, but second round matches are at 10 p.m. And I think actually we have the final of the Super Jackpot, or not Super Jackpot, final of the $5,000 entry Patty Rubin Memorial High Roller Jackpot may well be played this afternoon. That's a gentleman, and now I'm going to get myself in trouble trying to remember the name, Sasoma or something of that nature, an older Israeli gentleman, against Manny Elzinko from Ottawa, Canada. So they'll have to get their match in at some point. The winner, what was there, 16 at 5's 80. I think the winner's getting, I don't know, 55 grand or something like that. So 70-30 split on the pot. So 1680, I don't know what the rate was, but roughly a $75,000 prize pool. So about 50,000 plus a side pool. So wow, great payday for both of those gentlemen, and spectacular payday for one of those gentlemen. Okay, so Wilcox, fortune has smiled on him, and he's just going to try to bring it home. Pardon. There's the, so it's all but over. One, two, and that dice gods always have a little bit of a sense of humor. That and on down. So now, oh really? I was saying stream one, which is the Mochi Martin Kahn match, is, and this is a first round match. Remember, has peaked at over 500 simultaneous maximum viewers, or maximum simultaneous viewers, which for the first day of the tournament is really huge. I know in 2018 we did the streaming, and that was the year that Akiko beat Philip Kazamiya in the final, and we had done a really great job of promoting and what have you throughout the week. I think, oh, what a shot that was. And set, in effect, the world record of something like 1,250 simultaneous viewers maximum. So we hope to ultimately get there, by this final. But great numbers for the first day. Now this is over within a couple of minutes if you want to be able to cut it down or something. Just the most brutal sequence you ever saw. Looked like Ellie was going to win a gammon from here, on this score, and couldn't get his bad guy out. Rolled a number where he had to clear the sixes, and Wilcox had two in the air and rolled double sixes. And but this is a double elimination tournament. So Wilcox advances, and in all likelihood, and Ellie's going to be going into the second chance bracket. But it is one long road home from there. Although I think, if I'm not mistaken, in 2016 or 17, whenever, maybe 17, when Jorgen Grandstedt last won, I think he lost in the first round and then won 12 in a row or something like that. So it can be done, but it's a much more difficult road than were you to win, outright straight through or lose late so that you go much further out in the progressive second chance. But losing first round is like climbing Mount Everest or something. But great match. It's actually became, it was closer at the end than perhaps the score will indicate. And it just, everything, everything went bad for Ellie right there in one roll, two rolls maybe, and that's it. Good match. Congratulations to both of you. So for now, Bill will sign off, and we'll see y'all at the next stream. Hope you enjoyed. Congratulations to Wilcox, to Ellie, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Feeling like you're stuck in a hurricane, 'cause everything around you just keeps on turning. I can see you searching for an escape. The fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Don't worry, don't worry. You got the future on your mind. No hurry, no hurry. Let's take it one day at a time. Feeling like you're stuck in a hurricane, 'cause everything around you just keeps on turning. I can see you searching for an escape. The fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Don't worry, don't worry. You got the future on your mind. No hurry, no hurry. Let's take it one day at a time. Don't worry, don't worry. You got the future on your mind. No hurry, no hurry. Let's take it one day at a time. Don't worry, don't worry. You got the future on your mind. No hurry, no hurry. Let's take it one day at a time.
Is it on? Okay, Bill Riles here. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry I had the mic turned off. Thank you for watching. We'll be back on later. I know this is broadcast later, but at 6 p.m. tonight, we'll have these $5,000 high roller jackpot final, Maniel Zinko versus Joseph Tassona of Israel. And at 10 p.m. tonight, we'll have a second round tournament match of Victor Ashkenazi versus Wilcox Snellix. So thank you, and see you next time. Bye-bye.